The curtain call in the heart of the historic city of Verona, where every street seemed to echo with the whispers of the past, there stood the Grand Teatro di Verità. This ancient theatre, with its elegant columns and weathered stone facade, was a jewel of cultural heritage, a place where the magic of live performance had captivated audiences for centuries. Among the many actors who had graced its stage, Isabella was a rising star. With her expressive eyes and commanding presence, she had won the hearts of the Verona audience. Isabella had grown up in the shadow of the Teatro di Verità, dreaming of the day when she would take the stage and bring characters to life with her passion and skill. One autumn evening, as the city was bathed in the golden light of dusk, Isabella walked through the backstage corridors of the theatre, her footsteps echoing on the stone floor. She was preparing for the opening night of a new production, a modern adaptation of an old classic. The air was thick with anticipation and the faint scent of fresh paint and sawdust from the recently refurbished set. As Isabella entered the dressing room, she found her mentor, Maestro Lorenzo, waiting for her. Lorenzo was a venerable figure in the world of theatre, his career spanning decades of brilliant performances and inspired direction. He had taken Isabella under his wing, recognizing her potential and nurturing her talent. "Isabella," he greeted her with a warm smile, his eyes twinkling with pride. "Are you ready for tonight?" She nodded, her heart pounding with a mixture of excitement and nerves. "I think so, Maestro. I want to do justice to this role and to your vision." Lorenzo placed a reassuring hand on her shoulder. "You have the gift, Isabella. Remember, the stage is yours. Let the character flow through you. Trust in your preparation and in the magic of the theatre." As the hours ticked by, the theatre filled with an eager audience. The murmur of conversations and the rustling of programs created a symphony of anticipation. Isabella stood in the wings, her costume shimmering under the dim backstage lights, her script clutched in her hands. She closed her eyes, taking a deep breath, and visualized the performance. The lights dimmed, and the orchestra began to play the overture. Isabella felt a surge of adrenaline as the curtain slowly rose, revealing the beautifully crafted set. The first scene began, and she stepped onto the stage, her every movement and word imbued with the essence of her character. As the play unfolded, Isabella's performance was nothing short of mesmerizing. She moved with grace and conviction, her voice resonating with emotion. The audience was spellbound, caught up in the drama and beauty of the story. Each scene flowed seamlessly into the next, the actors working in perfect harmony. At the climax of the play, Isabella delivered a monologue that left the audience breathless. Her words, filled with pain and hope, echoed through the theatre, drawing tears and gasps from the crowd. In that moment, she felt a profound connection with the character, the story, and the audience. It was a transcendent experience, one that reminded her of why she had fallen in love with the theatre in the first place. As the final scene concluded and the curtain fell, the theatre erupted in applause. The cast took their bows, the cheers and clapping growing louder with each step forward. Isabella stood at the center, overwhelmed by the ovation. She glanced at Maestro Lorenzo, who nodded approvingly from the wings. Backstage, the atmosphere was electric. The cast and crew celebrated their success, their faces alight with joy and relief. Isabella found Lorenzo, who embraced her warmly. "You were magnificent, Isabella," he said, his voice filled with pride. "Tonight, you became a true star of the Teatro di Verità." Tears of gratitude filled Isabella's eyes. "Thank you, Maestro. I couldn't have done it without your guidance." As the night wore on, Isabella reflected on her journey. She thought of the countless hours of rehearsal, the moments of doubt and fear, and the unwavering support of Lorenzo and her fellow actors. The theatre had become more than just a place of performance, it was a sanctuary, a community, a living, breathing entity that thrived on the passion and dedication of those who loved it. In the days that followed, the success of the play reverberated throughout Verona. Isabella's name became synonymous with talent and grace, and she was offered roles in new productions, both in Verona and beyond. But no matter where her career took her, the Teatro di Verità would always hold a special place in her heart. One evening, as she stood on the balcony of her apartment, Overlooking the twinkling lights of the city, Isabella thought about the future. She knew that the world of theatre was ever-changing, filled with new challenges and opportunities. But she was ready to face them, armed with the lessons she had learned and the memories she had created. The Teatro di Verità remained a beacon of artistic excellence, its stage graced by many more brilliant performers. Isabella continued to shine, her performances a testament to the power of dedication, passion, and the enduring magic of live theatre. And so, in the historic city of Verona, the legacy of the Teatro di Verità lived on, a celebration of creativity, resilience, and the timeless allure of the stage. Through the laughter, tears, and applause, the spirit of the theatre thrived, inspiring generations of artists and audiences alike.